September salaries. They're due to report to their workstations today. Yesterday, the council said it had reached an agreement with Eskom. It apologised for the late payment of salaries. Newzroom Afrika's Nqobile Madlala is there. She joins us now for the latest. Nqobile, what's the situation there this morning?
Well, yes, this morning we have workers that are obviously waiting to have that meeting with the municipal manager. In fact, just before we started speaking, Stephen, they were just confirming that all the banks have finally received their salaries. But SAMWU was quite clear yesterday in saying that they were unhappy with the fact that the workers did not receive their salary payment on time, mainly because there were a lot of issues that affected their members. And I want to bring in now SAMWU, of course, to speak to us. You were unhappy yesterday with the fact that the workers were not paid, but have they been paid now?
Yes, most definitely. Almost all of them have been paid. Some have started to get their salaries yesterday, and I've just received a lot of information that most of them have got paid. I think it's only few. It will go from one bank to the other. But does not necessarily mean we are happy as a union. We're still not happy with the situation. We want a sustainable solution to this issue. That is why we'll be having a meeting with the municipal manager.
And I like that you said sustainable, but what is sustainable for the union and for the workers? What is it that you're asking for?
I think we'll have to sit down, but our issue will be that we don't want any recurrence of this issue. We want to put a stop to non-payment of our salaries. That's our issue as we go to meet with the MM. But the other issue would be that MM must commit as to how is he going to reimburse the workers, because they might have lost some of their monies through the bank charges because of the delayed debit orders.
And I understand that when you have this meeting, besides just the part where you talk about reimbursing and the non-payment, there's a lot of other issues that you want to bring into the fore. Take us through those.
Look, we have issues. I think sometime last year we have submitted our memorandum of demands, and that's what we're going to follow up. Amongst other issues would be the filling of vacancy rate. Comrades might be aware around us that Emfuleni is operating a 61% vacancy rate. So we want the filling of vacancies. But the other one is that Emfuleni must put a stop to duplication and outsourcing of our functions, right? If that can happen, I think it will assist in terms of reducing unnecessary costs to service providers. And that's what we want. That's the few that I can put forward. But we had about 19 of those demands.
All right. And what is this duplication that you talk of?
Maybe if I have to make an example, we have a department called Parks and Cemeteries. Core to their function is that they must deal with grass cutting and tree pruning. But we still see private contractors coming into the municipality doing the same job that is supposed to be done by our employees. Yes. And another issue, I don't think the municipality needs a company for meter reading. We used to have a unit that deals with meter reading. So in our view, it's a waste of money of the municipality if you outsource certain functions. We are capable, we can do those duties. Yes.
All right. Thank you very much for speaking to us. This, of course, SAMWU, and they're just highlighting, Stephen, just the things that they are going to be putting on the table to speak to the municipal manager about. We know that that municipal manager meeting is supposed to start at 9 o'clock, just after his meeting. He's supposed to then brief and speak to the workers as well as the unions and engage in terms of some of those concerns that have been put on the table. We're finding out now that there's about 19 of those concerns that were first given to the municipality, and these are some of the issues, of course, that needs to be unpacked. But further to that, it's also the amount that is owed by the municipality, because there's also been issues with regards to how much really does the municipality owe to Eskom, and what is the nitty-gritties in terms of ensuring that going forward such things does not happen again, because they had signed an agreement previously, but that agreement did fall off, and now they've signed another agreement. So then what safeguards this one to ensure that it continues? But we'll keep an ear on the ground, of course, to find out what's happening.
Nqobile Madlala, thank you very much indeed for that update. Live from the situation in Gauteng. Back to the situation.